My friend Kevin lent me his Steadicam Volt, and somebody said my videos are too shaky because I move too quick, and it's like, all right, yeah, I do, okay, true, but I also talk real quick and move real quick, so I figured having a bit of a Steadicam would be a fun thing. So I've been, I cut my first chips on this thing, and all I did was I cleaned up the chucks, and I cleaned up all the jaws, and I cleaned up the little forejaw that has some kind of weird back plate, and cleaned up the three jaw, and this works. So this engages, and this spins freely. The run out is not so bad. It's usable, and I'm not going to drill anything. So I have this little taper that's in here. I think it's an MT1, like it's a really shallow taper. So I found these drill chucks on eBay that have a near identical, and those can also fit on the turret, so I can change those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and but to start this, you need to drill a pilot hole. So you replace this with a center drill, and then you drill a pilot, and like a just a starting point for this not to wobble. Adjust this as best as you can, you know, for run out. Like adjust it XY, make it the best you can, lock it in, drill that hole, put this live center in, and then you can start cutting, doing whatever you need to. So I have this tool and tool post. I bought this from China, and I think it's super well made. It's extremely good. I'm very happy with the locking mechanism and the way this is built and the way this is ground. This is really good for, I think I paid $300 for the kit. My cross slide is a 0XA, and this is an AXA, and this is cheaper and easier for me to get than the little tiny stuff, but I wanted to step this up a little bit, so I drilled a hole into this. That was the first thing I did on my mill, and I'm very happy with that because it was just like butter. It was an experience. And with it, I have a post holder that uses the same threading as my Gorton engraver. So I can't remember what that threading size is, but it is smaller than what they gave me. So this is what they wanted me to use with this, but it's way too big for this. So this nut, this T-nut, I'm going to remake to fit in here. I'm going to build a piece that fills this in, and then there's a crack over here that I'm going to fill in as well. And with that crack, what I'm going to do is screw it in, and then I will drill and tap. Not this size, because I don't have this drill, this tap. This is metric. God. I only have imperial taps. I may have a metric tap that does it, but I don't know. This is the gamble about doing some of this stuff as well. From there, the next step is I want to wire up this motor and get this bench secured. Right now, this bench it's kind of just floating, and these legs are kind of just floating. The screws fell out. This lever mechanism, I believe this is a brake or an emergency stop or a release of something, and then that, you know, opened the motor or like tilted the motor up or something. I can't remember. I have a video about it. So I think the next step for me is to wire this up, test this motor, like test it before I go too far. I think it'll work. So this VFD is right here. And what I have for it are these EDAC connectors, and these EDAC connectors are, see, I still move fast. It tracks it pretty good. So these EDAC connectors, I'm going to build one per machine, and that machine will control the VFD. So what am I going to do with this? So these switches that are here are going to be reconnected, but instead of flipping three-phase power contactors, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire up this pin to some kind of common pinout that I'm going to wire to that VFD. So this VFD will have an input, so you'll be able to control it from the bridge port. I have little panels. So I'm going to build a little panel here. So this will be motor start, stop, forward, reverse, and then what's the other one? Geez, they're all right here. Yeah, emergency start, stop, jog, I guess, direction, speed up and down. Same thing here. High speed, low speed, reverse, forward, stop. So that'll be fun. And then when I patch that to this, it will control it also from, I have a computer control for that as well, so I can have a screen and a touch screen, but that's later down the line. Anyway, this has been a super duper cool, fun project to work on. I'm very excited to get it where it is right now. I would like to get it a little bit further, because I've been super productive lately because of this COVID situation. This grinder, I do not yet have a need to sharpen bits, so I'm waiting off on it. However, I can use it and that grinder to cut tools to this profile for these lathe tools. Anyway, it's a cool machine, and I've been enjoying this process. Like, it's so rewarding. It's so much different than what I normally do. So cheers.